Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to understand how to create or update ActiveCampaign contact for Facebook lead ads. So are you also using Facebook lead ads to promote your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So over here I'm doing the same. I'm using Facebook lead ads to grow my business. So now I wish that as soon as a new lead is received in my Facebook lead ads, automatically a contact should be created or updated in my ActiveCampaign too. For this, we are going to create a connection between Facebook lead ads and ActiveCampaign. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So if you also wish to learn this process step by step, then let me take you to my computer screen.
Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video we are going to learn how to create or update ActiveCampaign contact for Facebook lead ads. So over here I'm running a business named Prime Properties, and to promote my business I'm using Facebook lead ads. And now I wish to create this automation for this business only. So to create this automation, I've already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we'll open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here. And now it is opening my dashboard. And to start with the automation, we are going to click on this button which is create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as create or update ActiveCampaign contact for Facebook lead ads, and then we are going to click on create. And now it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. By this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now I'm going to select my trigger application, which is Facebook lead ads, because I want that as soon as a new lead is generated in my Facebook lead ads, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to select it. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select it as new lead instant, and then we are going to click on connect. And as you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Facebook lead ads account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection and then connect with Facebook lead ads. And now it is asking me to select my account, so I'm going to select it and click on continue. And yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our Facebook lead ads account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the page. So over here, you know the name of my page is Prime Properties. So we are going to select the same right over here, which is Prime Properties. And then for the lead gen form, I'm going to select it as lead ads form because I want to create this automation only for this particular form. If you wish to create this automation for all your lead gen forms, you can select all lead gen form or any another particular desired form. So I'm going to select my particular desired form and then I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as you can see that now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission /record. So in order to capture the webhook response, we have to do a test submission. And in order to do the test submission, we are going to open a new tab and then we are going to search for Meta for developers. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to open it right from here. And as you can see that this is the landing page of Meta for developers. From here we are going to go on more and then tools. And now we are going to scroll and select lead ads RTO debug tool. And now it is opening my lead ads testing tool. So with the help of this tool, we are going to do a test submission. So we are going to select the page as Prime Properties. And then for the form, I'm going to select it as lead ads form. And then we are going to click on preview form. And as you can see that it is asking me for the details. So I'm going to fill in the details. So what type of property are you interested in? I'm going to fill it as commercial. First name as demo right over here. Last name as user. Email as demo@pabblytunes.com. For the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this. And then for the city, we are going to keep it as Bhopal. And now after entering all the details, I'm going to click on continue and then submit. And yes, you can see your test lead has been sent. So this means that lead ads testing tool has sent the details of our lead to our workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the details of our lead or not. And yes, you can see Pabbly has captured the details or the response. Over here, you can see the first name that we entered, the last name. Over here, you can see the interested property type, the email, the phone number, and the city. So with this, our trigger step is successful, and now we are moving on to our action step. For our action application, we are going to select it as ActiveCampaign because I want that as soon as a new Facebook lead ad is received, automatically an ActiveCampaign contact should be created. So I'm going to search for ActiveCampaign and then we are going to select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as create or update a contact. And then I'm going to click on connect. And as you can see that again, it is asking me for the same. So if you have already connected your ActiveCampaign account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, again, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection. And now it is asking me for the API key and the URL. So to get these, we are going to follow the help desk, and it is saying log into your ActiveCampaign account, click on your settings tab, then left sidebar area and select developers tab. From the drop down menu, you will find API key. So to do this, I'm going to open my ActiveCampaign account, and over here you can see that I've already logged in my account. So it is always advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. It makes the procedure easy. And now it says that we have to go to settings. So we are going to open it, and then from here we are going to go on developers. So again, I'm going to open it, and yes, you can see over here is the API key and the URL. So first I'm going to reset this API key so that I use the fresh key. And now after resetting the API key, I'm going to copy this API key and then we are going to paste it in our workflow right over here. And for the URL, again, we are going back to our ActiveCampaign, and over here you can see the URL. So I'm going to copy this URL. And then we are going back to our workflow, and over here I'm going to paste the URL too. But now before clicking on save, you can see that it is saying without HTTPS and /. So we have to enter the URL without this. So I'm going to erase this, and yes, we are successful with our API key and URL entry. So now I'm going to click on save. And yes, you can see that as soon as I clicked on save, it has connected my ActiveCampaign account with my Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the email, first name, last name, phone. So we are going to map these details. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Facebook lead ads as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new lead received. So now I'll give you an example that if I'm going to enter the email, suppose demo@pabblytudes.com, over here manually, it will not change with every new lead received because this is a static information and I've entered it manually. But if I'm going to map it from the previous response, it will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here. So as you can see that I've mapped the email, so same we are going to do for the first name and last name. I'm going to open the response and search for first name, and over here you can see demo, so we are going to map it. Same we are going to do for the last name. I'm going to search for it, and as you can see it, user, so I'm going to map it. We are going to move on forward. We are going to search for phone, and as you can see the phone number, so we are going to map it. And now it is asking me for the tag ID, so as you can see that this is not the required field, so I'm going to leave it as blank. And now it is asking me for the list, so I'm going to select it as master contact list because this is the single list I have in my account. If you have multiple lists, you can select one from that. And now it is asking me for some more details, so as you can see that these are not the required details, so I'm going to ignore it, and then I'm going to click on save and send as request. And yes, you can see that we have received the positive response that we have successfully created a new contact in our ActiveCampaign account with the same details. Over here you can see the same details. So I'm going to open my ActiveCampaign and check that if a new contact has been created or not. From here we are going to go on contacts. And yes, you can see a new contact has been created. Full name demo user, email demo@pabblytudes.com. Over here you can see the phone number that we entered. So yes, our workflow is successful, and I'll just test the workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So to do this, I'm going to open my lead ads testing tool. We are going to delete the previous lead and refresh the page. It is really important to delete the previous lead and refresh the page, otherwise you'll not be able to create a new lead. So again, we are going to select the page as prime properties, and for the form, I'm going to select it as lead ads form, and then I'm going to click on preview form. And yes, again, we are going to fill in the details. So for the property type, I'm going to select it as rental. For the first name, I'm going to keep it as chess this time. Last name as user only, so I'm going to enter it. For the email, I'm going to keep it as testuser@pabblytudes.com. For the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this time. And then for the city, we are going to keep it as Indore, so I'm going to enter it. And then we are going to click on continue and then submit. And yes, you can see your test lead has been sent. So this means that lead ads testing tool has sent the details of our submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further created a new contact in our ActiveCampaign account. So I'm going to open my ActiveCampaign and check that if a new contact has been created or not. And this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my ActiveCampaign and then I'm going to refresh this page, which is the contacts page. And over here, we are going to look for the contact. And yes, you can see a new contact has been created. Full name, test user, email, testuser@pabblytudes.com. And over here, you can see the phone number that we entered. So with this, our workflow is successful. And I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For a trigger application, we selected Facebook lead ads. For the trigger event, I selected new lead instant. For the action application, we selected ActiveCampaign. And then for the action event, we selected create or update a contact. Because I wanted that as soon as a new Facebook lead ad is generated, automatically a contact should be created or updated in my ActiveCampaign account too. And yes, we were successful with our workflow. Over here, you can see the two contacts I created during this video. One is demo user and one is test user. So if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone the workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.